All right, welcome everybody to our weekly Wednesday webinar. I am joined with Tuan and Darren. Hey guys, nice seeing you this amazing Wednesday. How is everybody?
Pretty good. How are you? Good to see you, Tuan. Good to see you, Lala.
Good to see you guys. Tuan, you are muted if you were talking.
Oh, I was practicing my lip syncing. I said,
Oh.
"What's up there? What's up, y'all? Hey, Lana, good to be on the call with you."
Hey, Iman, how's it going? I apologize for last week. We actually had this little fluke going all last week. So we had to, of course, cancel Wednesday, which was a bummer. But we are going to go over our commitment for last Wednesday, this Wednesday. So we'll be a little bit a week behind, which is totally fine. If you are joining us live, do a hashtag live. If you are enjoying the replay, do a hashtag replay in the comments. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and put them in the chat and we'll be able to take care of you on the call. If it is the replay, still put it in the chat and we'll still take care of you. So no matter when you put it in, we'll be able to see it. So I hope everybody's ready for this week's ELM commitment number 3. I was about to do 2, but it's number 3. And that is new members. So this one kind of coincides with number 2, which is get connected. So it's kind of similar, but I put together a slide deck for you all to see a little bit more in depth into what exactly is new members, right? So if you have any questions while I do the presentation, just put them in the chat and we'll be able to get to them after. Let me go ahead and blow this one up so y'all can see it. All right. Well, one second. Okay, so ELM commitment number, that says number 4. It is number 3. This is our new members. So of course, what do? I'm new. Everybody gets new people into their groups, into using the software, things like that. And they're all raising their hands. I'm new. What do I do? What we want to focus on is the 3 I's: invite, inform, and inspire. Inspire is one of my favorite things. That is why it is number 3. But let's go ahead and go to invite. Inviting. We do these live calls every Wednesday. This is the call that we're on right now. This is the one that I jump in and I go over each of the commitments inside of the ELM system software community. Every second and fourth Saturday of the month, Andrew goes live as well, showcasing the software and how to use it, how he uses it, the conversations he has, and things like that. And you're able to jump on those calls and get connected with Drew and see how he would do it. So if you have any questions, you could just ask him live on the call and he'll walk you through how to use it, properly use it, and kind of share with you some insights as to why it was created, right? Because we're supposed to be having those relationships in the messenger. We're not just supposed to share a link and sign people up into our businesses. We're supposed to actually create that bond with them so they just come with us no matter where we are, right? So we're building that tribe. So we have our inform. So inform, what is that? Changes. We want to make sure we inform our new members what's going on. No matter what business you're in, you're going to want to make sure that they are well-versed in your business. So changes inside of the app. If something new updates, you want to make sure that they are aware of it so that they're not bombarding you as the person that brought them in the what's going on, right? So we want to make sure that we keep them informed. Inspire. This one, I really enjoy Zig Ziglar, and you'll be able to see that throughout our commitments and whenever we speak. So your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude. Now, these are 2 quotes. These are amazing quotes by Zig Ziglar. And this last one, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. And a lot of us get stuck at getting started. How do I turn on the app? How do I set it up? And then they just leave it at that. They don't move forward. So we have to move forward. And that's what new members is all about, making sure that we're informing our members, our users, our prospects, what to do next so that they can move forward and go into the business and be successful. So when you are constantly showing up and doing the steps, the people that are watching will be inspired by your dedication and actions. Whenever you're there answering those questions, whenever you're that person they come to, you inspire them. You inspire them by your stories. You inspire them by what you're doing online, offline. It doesn't really matter, but you are an inspiration. And fueling another's inspiration is achieved through encouragement and motivation. So maybe you like a way a person eats. I tend to follow a lot of people on Instagram because of how they're showcasing what they eat on a daily basis, because I want to be like that. People in business. Russell Brunson inspires us. He motivates us to do better in our business, with our customers, with our members, our partners. So inspiring another may be achieved through personal modeling or inspired living. Just like I said, you look at everybody's posts online and you're like, man, I want to achieve that type of success. So inspire is our third I. So our tips to help new members. And when I say new members, it's users, it's prospects, it's people you are talking to, people you are inviting to the group, people that you give the software to or your business opportunity to. That's who I'm referring to when I say new members. So it's not necessarily just business. It's it's basically everybody that you're inviting into your community and your tribe. What we want to do is we don't let new members wander. And you can see Stitch, of course, he likes to say he's lost, right? But as soon as you have a new member, this is what I want you guys to do. And a lot of you do that because you are in marketing. You know how it works. But for those that don't, what you should do as soon as you get a new person in, you should send them out a form of communication. This is commitment number 7, sending one marketing email a day to your list. But you'll want to make sure to tell them that you're happy to have them or thank them for joining. Remember, people respond by how you respond to them. People enjoy that connection. Thinking people are just numbers is wrong. Remember that we create that relationship so that we can move forward with these individuals, with these people that are in our tribe, so that we can build a bigger tribe. A big following, people that trust us, people that know, like, and trust us, right? So let them know that there will be someone who will get in touch and provide more information as soon as possible. Maybe you have a VA, maybe you have someone that does the email marketing for you to guide these people. Give the new members a point of contact, since the last thing you'd want is for them to wander and wonder what to do next. We don't ever want to leave our people left behind. If they sign up with you right away, make sure they have access to the application. Sometimes things don't work, right? You set up your Zap, maybe your Zap didn't trigger. Maybe there was an issue. But you always need to make sure that you reach out to your new members, your new users, your prospects, those individuals, and make sure they get access to whatever they signed up for. When you get that email that says, hey, so-and-so just got into the basic, you got to make sure that they get into the basic so that they get what they signed up for and that you're always there. Like I say right here, you have to be there to answer their questions. You don't have to, but it's best, right? So create a personalized new member welcome email. These ones are my favorite because I use this welcome email as my thank you page. There are always 3 steps on my thank you page. Join my Facebook group, reach out to support if you have questions, and go to the membership area. Those are the 3 things inside of my thank you pages, but I also put them in my welcome emails. So as already mentioned, you have to send out a form of communication right after a new member joins. Let's talk about your welcome email. What should a new welcome email contain? Well, there are certain things you shouldn't miss out on in your email. First is a personalized greeting, right? We want to make them feel welcomed, which makes someone feel special by acknowledging them by their name, not just a number. The second would be a sincere thank you for the time and participation that the new member has given. They took the time to fill out their information on your funnel. So make sure you address that. We appreciate your time. Do it as soon as possible since the members are your organization's lifeblood. Without you guys, we wouldn't have a system. Without our partners, we wouldn't have CloudKey's amazing ecosystem. We wouldn't have that. So you guys are the lifeblood of our business. The third is a link to or list of upcoming events. So you want to make sure they are informed. Here's my link to my group. Here's my link to my support desk. Here's my link to my personal Facebook page. You can reach out to me as soon as possible. You want to make sure they get the ball rolling and they are on their way to success as soon as possible. Fourth would be a list of benefits that the new members should utilize to help them to be active in no time, right? Here's what you need to do. Download the app, join the Facebook group, get in on these Wednesday calls, get in on these Saturday calls. If you have your own Facebook group, go ahead and do that. Make sure they are informed. The fifth one is the component of a welcome email is an honest testimonial from one existing member of your community. This one I don't have in my email though. So I don't have the fifth one, but I will be adding it soon. So a longtime member should inform the newbies on how to get involved in the best way possible. Why is this app so important? What have I achieved within this app? And I know Robert, one of our amazing partners, is putting together a reel of how ELM Messenger Pro has actually changed their business. So individuals are taking the time out of their day, which is amazing. Thank you very much for everybody that is doing that. But they are taking the time to explain how ELM Messenger Pro has helped them in their business in some form or other. And that will be inside the emails. And everybody will actually have access to that as well. Last but not least is the contact information. This one is very important, and I'm going to be addressing this more often, is that support email, that email that the individual needs to have in order to contact you just in case something goes weary, right? Maybe they're not able to get access to the app. Maybe they need to cancel. Maybe they want to upgrade, something like that. They need that email from you. And if they have any questions or concerns that support can't answer, right? So provide a quick but easy to understand tutorial on how new members can get started. We do have this. We have a membership area. When you first come into the group, you can see the get started here. This is why getting started in the group is very important for all new members to go to so they can watch everything about the group and kind of get a feel for what links are what. But sharing that is very important in any business, right? This is what you do. Step 1. This is what you do. Step 2. Step 3. Make sure you keep these links so you don't have to keep on coming back saying, what is that link? Hi, Tina. Welcome. We also have the accompany a new member throughout his or her first year of journey inside your community. Now, it's not just about that quick buck, right? It's not just about the cash flow. It's about changing lives within your business. And like Drew and I say, be here a year from now because you're not going to see that change right away. A new member will come in and for the first 30 to 60 days or so, is that experience of success or failure. And that actually ends up being lower beyond that. So most times organizations go cold and they just focus on the new members. They don't focus on those that are after 60 days because that's just how they are. But that's not how it is here. We focus on everybody. If you need help, doesn't matter how long you've been here. We are actually a year old getting there. And we still help the ones that have been here way before. So it's a common mistake that you have to avoid, since the first year of membership is a whole period of adjustment for a newbie in your organization or online community. That said, you have to accompany them in every milestone they complete in their journey until they can finally walk on their own. This is important. You don't just sign somebody up and let them go walk alone. You make sure they are set up for success. And that's why these calls are important. That's why I go through them. And that's why it's just a repeated process, because every single day we get massive amounts of people in this group that are new and they need to be guided, right? So what you want to do is take advantage of the old members, the ones that are answering the questions and cheering members on. You see these all the time inside this group. The cheerleaders of your organization, those are the ones who have been around for a long time and are willing to help out by reaching out to the new people, the people that say, hey, I have a question on how this works. How does this work? And they raise their hand. Those people that all raise their hand are the ones that help. And this community is full of people that will raise their hands and help you, because that's what we're about. If you need help, it doesn't matter who brought you in. We are here to make sure you get the help you need. That's why we make this group the centralized group for all partners, for anyone using the software. It doesn't matter how you came in. If you need help, just reach out. It also helps to already have a community like ours that will help everyone inside with any questions they have, and they can feel safe. No one's going to take you from an organization and say, hey, you got to sign up with me. And if that does happen, we are quick to handle that. So just know that your people, when you bring them into this centralized community for ELM Messenger Pro or any of the CloudKey ecosystem softwares, they will be safe. So I just want to put that one out. Lack of direction, not lack of time, is the problem. We all have 24-hour days. Don't waste it, right? Spend that early morning or late night doing your 5 to 10 new connections a day. Talk to those individuals in your messenger, because we all have the same amount of time. But what you do with that time is important. What you do with that time will set you up for success or for failure. And we don't want failure. We just want success. And if you're having trouble, reach out. So I want to do a quick reminder and updates. For anyone that hasn't changed their pricing, please do so. The new pricing for all resellers is $67 a month and $497 a year. I put month, of course, but it is $497 a year. Make sure those get changed. And then if you are offering some type of discount, the price on the page has to be $67 and $47. So it has to be those two prices, but you can still offer coupons. You can still offer a 10% discount, things like that. But on the page, it will have to say $67 or $497 a year. We do have a couple bugs. The group friend are not sending messages. This one is a little bit, I'm not sure how to word it, but this one has been working for some, and then sometimes they'll uninstall the app and reinstall it, and then it'll start working. So this one is officially fixed. We just got off a call earlier, and we're going to make sure that it's uploaded to the Chrome store once we get the other one that I have on my desktop fixed as well. So setup engagement is not firing for some. And in our situation, it's different pertaining to people's Facebook. So there are about 10,000 updates that Facebook does to Facebook every single day, and it's insane. My setup engagement isn't firing, but Andrew's is, and we're sitting right next to each other. Both of us have different Facebooks, and we're just like, okay, let's fix this. So this is in testing, and we do have a dev call. So hopefully by Friday, we'll have a new update inside the Chrome store for everybody, but the group vendor one is fixed. So as soon as it uploads to the Chrome store, you'll be able to see it. Next one, a few of you have seen this inside the group. This contest begins October 1st. So this is exciting, but it's only for partners. So if you have any questions on how do you become a partner, how can I participate in this, go ahead and reach out to us in our chat and we'll be able to guide you. If you were referred by a partner or a reseller, just let us know who that is when you're talking to us so that we can make sure those individuals get credit for anything that happens after that. We don't ever want to just say, oh yeah, here, sign up over here on the main site. We want to make sure everybody gets credit where credit is due. All right, next one. I like this girl. That's why I put her there. I forgot to mention it last week, but we have our very first official 1-year anniversary. We have Twan, and he's been around for a year. And he's going to actually, let me stop sharing my screen real quick. He's going to share with us what it's like a year after being involved when it didn't even work. Like, that's just insane. So I'm going to let Twan take over and kind of do a little bit of testimonial type thing inside the group for his 1-year anniversary. But I do want to say we appreciate you being here, Twan. Like, you have been just a rock inside of our business, along with a few others that have been here quite a long time as well. So just take it over whenever you want to, and just know that we love you a lot.
Yeah, I know I had to take a picture because that's my girlfriend. But from that picture, looks like we just got married or we're going on a honeymoon. The champagne bottle and the bucket of ice there. So I'm gonna show her that screenshot later. I guess the first thing that comes to mind is faith doesn't make sense until you look at things in reverse and you realize you made a good decision, right? But I think one of the powerful lessons I've learned in this whole journey was the rich and the poor man have one thing in common. They both have vision to become what they see and believe. And if you've been on some of the calls, maybe in our challenge, maybe some of these calls here, one thing that I always emphasize is having the ability to see more before so that you can see farther. A lot of people are not able to see more before, and they'll never be able to see farther because they're so stuck on just limited eyesight. They don't have vision. I hope you guys are hearing me here, because sight limits you. Because a lot of times when all we can see is in the present, we get stuck and it's so easy for us to quit. But when you actually have vision to be able to see beyond your current conditions, it keeps you driving. I love the statement right here. One person that has vision has a stronger force than 99 people that are merely interested in doing something. What do you think makes someone successful in the online space versus someone that isn't? It's that driving force, that vision that keeps them grinding, hustling, executing daily, even when they're not getting results. You guys with me there? But no, just to kind of add on that, when I first started, I was a complete newbie. SaaS was like, what the heck does that actually mean? I didn't know what software as a service was. I just knew that in the high ticket affiliate marketing space, my coaches, my mentors taught us to network and add 20, 40, 50 friend requests daily. That came to a point where it became very burdensome. Not only that, if you think about it, I was adding lots of friends daily, but never connecting with them. You guys with me there? Or I was accepting friends daily, but never connecting with them. And I started focusing on trying to get quantity of friends instead of quality of friends. And one thing I'll say in the online space is, if you want to create separation and have influence you've never had before, you're going to have to connect in a way that ordinary people are not willing to do. Let me give you a good example, and maybe you guys can give some feedback on this, right? How many of you guys were in the pandemic? Maybe you guys are still in the pandemic right now. Darren, Amand, you're with me? Do you realize before the pandemic, it was so much easier to send friend requests and maybe kind of do your little elevator pitch, like how's business going? What you got going on? What's your biggest challenge, right? Everybody was a little bit more open back then. I call it before COVID, BC. But nowadays, it seems like everyone I talk to is an affiliate marketer. Everyone I talk to is a coach. Everybody and their mama can be whatever they want to be, from posting fake results on, and that's what we're taught, right? And so you see people's banners with this bold claims, and they don't have any client testimonies, right? And there's so much skepticism in the online space now. Not only that, maybe you're using a script, and then somebody else used that same script earlier. And here you find yourself like, man, this online marketing space is so full of salesy spammers that don't know how to connect. And it's just so, I don't know if you guys are with me. Like nowadays, you know what I do, Larla? When people send me a friend request, I see the pitch coming. And I just say, hey, ready, set, 1, 2, 3, go. Pitch me your best shot. As a matter of fact, just pitch slap me because I want to get straight to it. I'm not here because I want to get straight to the point. And it's funny just to kind of look back at the evolution of ELM Messenger Pro, because when I first jumped in, it was the scariest investment I've ever made. Now, I'm not going to really mention any numbers. How I know that it was a scary investment, because there was a big withdrawal from my PayPal just recently. And there's another one coming up. But I remember taking that leap of faith, and I didn't even have enough money to jump on completely in the beginning. I remember having that call with Andrew. I want to share this with you. Is some of you guys right now are complaining about the friend requests are not working. Let me give you what was going on with my ELM Messenger Pro when I jumped in literally almost 5 figures into this partnership. Okay. So I'll just leave it there. Like, what my investment was almost 5 figures. And I had a software tool that wasn't even working on my end. What do you think I felt like when my software wasn't working on my end? When I was about to go do a live demo with like 3 or 4 people that day, where I could have maybe closed them into partnership, and it wasn't working on my end. You think about buyer's remorse. You think about doubt and uncertainty, losing faith in Larlin and Andrew. And not only that, everybody else that I actually sold into ELM Messenger Pro. Darren was on the journey early on back then, right? You remember that? But I didn't stop. I didn't quit. I figured a way. I trusted the process. In a year now, I get to look back and say, wow, thank God I made that jump. I trusted the process. It wasn't overnight for me. But something that's really powerful is, what did jumping into partnership really do for me? One, it gave me more flexibility and creativity. See, when I didn't have a lot of licenses, I couldn't create sub partners, I couldn't create resellers. There was no creativity. So I couldn't even create my own coaching programs. I couldn't even add software as a bonus. So there was no flexibility for me to raise my prices or anything. As of today, we've generated over $350,000 just through our coaching programs and some of the stuff that I've done with Robert. But that's within 1 year. Now, not all of it was just through software, but a lot of it was through adding software as a bonus and then incorporating my own coaching into it. Because why? We teach organic marketing. So I'm giving you some words of inspiration right now. All right. It seems like everybody in the community right now, if you're using ELM or you're looking to use ELM, you're in the organic marketing space. More than likely, if I look on your profile right now, on your cover, you're teaching people how to generate leads. Am I right? Why? Because without leads, without momentum, there's no cash flow in your business. Think about how powerful you become now when you become the person that can teach people lead generation. But I want to give you a bigger vision than this. I first started thinking, you know what? I'm going to get on board and I'm going to sell massive $47 subscriptions. That was it. That's what I saw. I was like, I'm going to sell massive $47 subscriptions. I'm going to sell it to my Facebook group. I'm going to go maybe hop into other people's Facebook groups and this, that. For me, it didn't really work out that way. Kush, if you know Kush, he probably has like 44 subscribers on his plan. Literally crushing it. That's probably maybe close to like 1,500 to 2,000 recurring. For me, you know what I did that was different? I had way too many damn licenses. Okay, just give me some context here, right? When you have too many licenses, you have a lot more flexibility. I focused on my Dream 100. And one of those people that were part of my Dream 100 that I connected with is on this call right now. I'm not going to mention no names, right? But it's been one of the coolest partnerships because I started out building out a list of influencers that I knew that had skin in the game, that had influence, that had big Facebook groups. But what did it for me was I came with a solid offer. I had licenses. And through the course of me just pitching or trying to share my offer, I got really good at it. But when you don't have a lot of licenses, you're kind of limited on maybe just selling month-to-month subscriptions. And there's nothing wrong with that because I do have monthly subscribers too. But I really want to push you to really jump into a partnership. That's really my push. Because why? It's going to give you so much more flexibility. It's also going to give you an opportunity to receive Cloud Key commissions first and second tier. Darren, you remember in the beginning, we were like first, second tier. I don't even know how this is going to work. But now if you look at it, if you're in the ELM community, you see my name every week. Twan got a T1 commission. Darren got a T2 commission. Like literally all my partners that I brought on, when they win, I win. And it just builds and it builds and it builds and it builds.
Time and opportunity cost. If you do not get the help you need and you deserve.
I don't know why my iPad triggers
people are realizing how
that here. I gotta pop this off.
If you don't take action now, someone else will take your place.
Wow, did you hear that? If you don't take action now, someone will take your place. That wasn't scripted. I might just end the call like that. Look, if you don't take action now, it will be too late. Someone will take your place. Jump on the Cloud Key bandwagon now and make your dreams come true. How about that? But no, it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing because getting to work with Andrew and Larlin has been one of the best experiences that I've had just on the online journey because it exposed me to a world that I've never would have been. The passive income world, the software game, and just through the community. Like I'm so blessed to be where I'm at today. But I gotta thank God for that. Just stepping out in faith. So I hope that added some value to you guys and just sharing a little bit about my journey. But there's no such thing as an overnight success. Mm-hmm. You got to put in the work. You got to follow those 9 core commitments, and you got to do it daily.
I loved it, Twan. I was waiting for your mic drop. You need a mic to just go boop and then cut your screen off.
I need that 21-inch iMac.
Oh yeah, you do. You do, because is that a PC behind you?
Yeah, that is a PC. I've been debating. I've been wanting to get that iMac for so long. It's just like, you know, when you've been working with PC for so long, and then now it's like, oh, do you shift over? I mean, do you guys have an iMac or PC?
I have a PC right here and an iMac right here, and I use that all the time now.
The Mac? Okay.
Yeah.
What do you got, man?
I use the PC.
PC? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's been really cool. I know we had that contest coming up, but honestly, that shouldn't even be your drive, though, is to win an iMac. Your drive is to build a 6-figure business selling software. Now, based on your launch pad, it might take a little bit longer. For me, it took me maybe 6 months to really kind of get in the rhythm of things, making consistent income when it came to it. But going back, number one is having the vision to see more and before. Sometimes you got to look beyond your circumstances and you got to put in that work. Software just gave me that. It just, I'll give you an example. How many guys have a Facebook group, right? A lot of my sub partners that are in my program, and I'm gonna give you guys this opportunity too. So one of my sub partners reached out to me and say, "Hey, bro, man, can you help me make some sales?" And I said, "Sure. What do you need me to do?" "Man, I'm gonna do a Facebook Live interview. We're gonna do it like this, this, and that. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions." Look, we jumped on a Facebook Live today in his Facebook group. We didn't even do a demo. They didn't even see what ELM Messenger does. And literally, you know what all I did is I just dropped value. I told stories. I explained about organic marketing, and I just asked questions. And it's everybody in the comment was just like, "Man, what is this software? What is this software? How do I get it?" But they never saw one thing. There wasn't a demo. There wasn't these pretty tags being changed and organized and stuff like that. Literally, my sub partner friend, I'm not going to mention his name, just interviewed me. And at the end of the call, we just drew this curiosity. We spoke to those pain points. We spoke to those critical questions. We spoke to the results and the frustrations they wanted. And at the end, I was like, "Hey, look, here's what I want you to do. If you guys want access to this killer software, it's amazing. It's helped me grow my coaching business to 6 figures. I add this as a software, as a bonus. If you're in a high ticket affiliate marketing space, maybe you want to spice up your offer. Maybe you want to sell monthly subscriptions and make passive income, earning $67 to $497 over and over and over. Here's what I want you to do. Type in tool." And everybody just started typing in. And I probably saw like 11 people type in tool just from that Facebook Live. And you know what I told my sub partner? I said, "You get on those calls with them. You get on those calls, you do demos, you make the connection, but you qualify them." And I said something like this. I'm like, "Look, we're gonna reach out to you. All right. Type in tool. As a matter of fact, one of us will reach out to you. And here's the thing: we're not here to sell you anything because we're not even sure if this software can actually help you based on where you're at. So always keep that in mind. Right? It's about it's positioning. Not everyone is going to be successful with ELM Messenger Pro despite how much you believe in them. Some people will never do the work. Some people will just complain, complain, complain. All right. Maybe that's you. Shots fired. It's all good. All right. Learn to go through the process because I complain, but then I realize it's like, it's a process. 10,000 Facebook versions out there right now. Your version might be different from mine. There's certain days where my ELM Messenger Pro's friend requester is not working. Guess what? I just waited out. I waited out. So for a whole year, let me remind you, I've seen the evolution of ELM Messenger Pro, and I can say with complete confidence that our development team is on it. It might be buggy maybe a day or two because of the updates, but with software extensions, here's the disclaimer. We're always going to be updating it. You just got to get in where you fit in. It still has helped me today launch over multiple 6 figures in my business. And guess what? We teach our clients in our coaching program how to use the software. As a matter of fact, Robert, you guys know Robert, he's actually one of my coaching partners inside our other group. So just think about that. Not only do we run a challenge every single month where we have our own affiliates and JV partnerships, we also have our other high-end ticket coaching program where I teach on growing Facebook groups and using software automations to scale your business. So I want to share that with you because look at those possibilities right there. We're able to run a challenge. We're able to build our own affiliate army and JV partnerships only because we became partners. And maybe that vision for you is maybe too big. Maybe it's too small. But I want to evaluate where you're currently at right now with your vision. And think about this. I'll say this over and over again. Is when your dream's too small, you don't need nobody. But when your dream is bigger than yourself, you're going to need a team, not just any team. I'm talking about a dream team. Who's on your team? And now that who's on your dream team? Because in this online space, what's going to happen is two things. One, if your dream is too big and you don't have a team, you're going to get overwhelmed and you're going to quit. But if your dream's bigger than yourself and you want to make things happen, you're going to go ask for help. And if that's you, you've been sitting on the fence, you've been in the ELM software community for like months, you don't even have the software, you're seeing all these people get T1, T2s, you're like, what the heck's going on? iMac giveaway, like I want in on that. Guess what? Just like my iPad right here that was speaking by itself, he says, here's an opportunity to take action now. If you're too late, someone else is going to take your place. Dreams don't happen on their own. One of the common questions I get as I wrap it up is this: Twan, I want to do what you do. Here's my response. Because maybe some of you right now are asking, hey, Twan, I want to grow multiple six figures. I want to do what you do. My response is this: your dreams don't impress me. What does impress me is what are you willing to do to pay for it? Money, time, grinding, hustling. Because if you want to do what I do, you have to be willing to do what I did so that you can do what I do. And that's the best advice I can give you. It's not about wanting it. It's about what are you willing to do to pay for it. Back to you, Lana.
I was about to tear up there. Always dropping that gold and making me want to cry. Honestly, I have no words after that. Like, just your journey, taking that step and then it not working and then still moving forward. It's all about overcoming those hurdles. If you're going to let something as small as part of the software not working for you stop you, then you should just stop. If you're going to let one no stop you, you got to stop. You have to overcome those hurdles. You have to understand that it's not all about the software. You are offering yourself. People buy from you. They can go get the software off of Google, but they buy from you. So that relationship that you're building, that person you're helping, will continue to buy from you. Doesn't matter what business you're in, what business you're promoting, what offer you're promoting, they will look at you and say, you know what? I trust this person. Let's go. Like Twan. Twan just told me today he's invested in another coaching. I'm like, ooh, I want that. Come on now. No, I don't have time. I can't invest in that right now. I don't have time. But still, I mean, if you're not growing as an individual, that person will grow without you. Andrew said it to me a while ago. He said, you're gonna be behind because I keep moving forward. And then when you try to catch up, you'll never catch up. So it's reading those 10 pages of a good book every single day. It's that personal development. It's very important. And I will say it time and time again in this group because this group is my family. It's my online family. I care about this group and I care about everybody inside of it. Everybody inside of the Cloud Key ecosystem. because without you, we wouldn't have it. All of you that are using the software, I put up that poll. Who's using the software? Who's a Cloud Key partner? Who is unsure? And a lot of you just said, I'm just using the software. But without you using the software, we wouldn't know what's broken. So that's very important. But I appreciate everybody being on this call. I appreciate everybody's feedback. And if you do have any questions, just put them in the chat and we'll be able to answer them. But thank you so much, Tuan, for jumping on today and sharing your year anniversary with us. I appreciate you, Darren, for being on. We haven't seen your pretty face in a while. And Iman, thank you. This is your third week of actually coming in and showing up. I appreciate that. You guys don't know how much it means to have everybody on this call. And if you're watching the replay, I appreciate you for watching the replay. I do. It's part of the commitment. Strive to do those commitments daily. I promise you'll get stuck with the 5 to 10 new connections every single day because you're going to be having those conversations. But if you're not having that conversation and building the relationship, you're not going to move forward. And then you're going to blame something else. That's what we are here to do. So follow the core commitments. Start with number 1. If you're not reading daily, if you're not watching those motivational videos or listening to audios, what are you here for? A quick buck? That's not what we're here for. We're here for growth. We're here for community. We're here for a tribe of people. So if you guys have any other questions, please let us know. This week, if you are a partner of Cloud Key, we do have our call on Saturday. That is at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. And you'll be able to jump in. It'll be on Zoom so we can have more seats in the house. And if you're interested in the partnership or just have questions, just reach out to myself, Tuan, Darren, Iman, Drew. You guys can hop in and we'll answer any questions you guys have. And if it's not a good fit at the time, then it's not a good fit. It's totally fine. You can come back. But let me run through the chat real quick. Thank you, Tina, for hopping in. Eric, iMac 27-inch Mac specs, August 2020 version. Nice. And we had Julian. Hello, Julian. Thank you for joining. All right. Well, I'm going to let you all go and enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. And I hope to see you guys on Saturday. So have a good one, you guys. Thank you.